I'm Rena,
Nadine.
and we're the Mundo Sisters.
Um, the inspiration, well, we had done a film last year for ESPN on Ronda Rousey, who's the UFC female bantamweight champion, and it became the second most viewed film in ESPN, most viewed short film in ESPN history. It did really, really well, and ESPN, it was great working with them. They love working with us, and they just said, "Hey, what else do you guys want to do? What other projects do you have?" And we, in our research to do the Ronda Rousey film, we realized there were so many stories like hers about these kind of young, amazing female athletes who were just champions and who had kind of come against so many odds to get where they were. And that's how the series was born. And they went for it. So.
Well, I think, with these women athletes, it's not like they are inundated with requests to do media. I mean, they are really, even though they're at the top of their game, they're still the underdog. And so for us, I think a lot of them were really excited about being featured on ESPN. And for us, it was exciting for us to be able to tell their stories. That's a deep question.
Yeah. How hard somebody can work, how hard
You know
it can
what?
work.
I think honestly, I think filmmaking, it's such an interesting art form because you're telling other people's stories as a director and as a writer, but the way you tell those stories, you have to dig deep and you have to come from your own struggle and and the things that you've learned as a person in your life. And so you draw upon all of those things. That's your filter, that's your lens through which you tell those stories. And I think for us doing this series, we did draw a lot on our own, just experience as being Puerto Rican, Jewish, female directing team.
Very interesting combination.
Like on the real.
I'm going to just say what she said. I can't top that. We share the same brain sometimes.
We do. We're kind of like
Fine.
50-50 right
Yeah,
there.
Yeah. Well, we really, really put a lot into the production value, and it's every step of the way. I mean, we started with our concept and knowing that we wanted to look and feel a certain way, and then we worked with this amazing woman, Stephanie Inouye, who was our visualist, who basically helped us come up with the look, the coloring, the tone, and then we worked with two really amazing kind of up and coming DPs. And we're really like fastidious about shooting at certain times of day because of the light. Like we always shot at dawn or dusk so that we had the best, most beautiful natural light. Yeah, I mean,
And
the music, composition.
we just kind of through a network of filmmakers, we found Paul Leonard Morgan, our composer, and he's just brilliant. He's this really talented Scottish composer, and he lives here in LA, which we were like so excited when we figured out that he lived blocks from where our office was. And he just was so talented and so invested in the series, and so it was really a treat to be able to work with him. And I think, yeah, and the whole way we were really, like Nadine said, we were so invested in just the production value of the film. We knew that we just needed these films to be epic and beautiful and emotional. Yeah, and that is like, and we went into each shoot with like, you know, detailed treatment, and we just did so much pre-production, I think. And then, yeah, and we do everything.
I know.
We do everything.
If you're gonna work with the Mundo Sisters, you
have
gotta
to
know
accept.
that sometimes we will shut you out, and we have to lock ourselves in a room and just put our brains to it, and then we can be like, okay, what do you think? We edited the rough cuts. Yeah, so basically, I would be sitting at the controls editing. She'd be with the script, writing, helping pulling shots. I mean, it's very collaborative. And then we worked with a really great editor from Rock Paper Scissors, Austin Danes, and then did all our finishing editing there. But what we're realizing in our creative process and as a directing team is that I mean, it's like what you were saying, what Sean was saying, we really are very hands-on, and it's just a part of our process, and that we realize we have to really, at least with the first edit or first rough draft, to really get the basic story, we pretty much have to just do it, because we know what we like, and we know like what's in our brains, and we know what will translate from what we shot to then what will be in the scene. And it's kind of this, I don't know,
Yeah.
it's this interesting process where we're realizing like we need people to inform us and to help us and to shoot it and to edit as well, but we have to always kind of be the through line and the thread throughout each step of the way, because that is like, that gives it
just
our
comes from
touch.
us.
Yeah, because we work so much from our heart, you know, we're very invested and very emotional about all of our work, and so it's not like we don't ever just do something that's like, well, I don't know, just do whatever you think. Like, it doesn't, we're like, no, but you got to get to the heart of the story or the feel or the mood. And so,
You know, we have some things that are cooking that we can't necessarily talk about yet, but we're really excited about what's on the horizon. And yeah, we're excited to tell stories that resonate with women and really with people. So, I mean, I think for us, it's just like it's really a matter of telling like obviously beautiful stories that are visually, you know, amazing, but also telling emotional stories where people who watch them can feel some sort of cathartic feeling. Yeah.
and we want to do like, our background is in doc, but we really want to push ourselves as directors and do commercials and narrative. Yeah. Yeah. No, we want to. I mean, for us, it's like we're storytellers, we're directors, we're filmmakers. So, yes, we've learned our way through doc, but we want to do more. Yeah. Like, we want to be challenging. Yeah. Me too. Thank you. That's so awesome. Yeah. No, we want to. Yeah. We want to do scripted for sure.
That's the goal.
Yeah. Mundo Sisters.
All across the board, Mundo Sisters.
Facebook, Twitter, Instagram.
Yep.
Yeah.
MUNDO.
Yeah.
The world.